Hello, we are Night.py, and today we are going to solve a simple question asked in numerous fresher interviews. Write a function to divide two integers without using the division and the multiplication operator. Now, this question basically wants you to find the quotient in a division without dividing the dividend and the divisor, without using the division operator or the multiplication operator. Well, after thinking about it for 2 to 3 minutes, you can get it down easily. Let's get started. I'll first write the function and then explain it to you with an iteration or two. Let's begin. Divide is the function name. Dividend divisor. While it is not necessary to use full names like these, I'd suggest you to use them because it'll make a positive impact on the interviewer. Now we take sign. Sign, we return the output as a negative quotient or a positive quotient. This is easy to do this. If the dividend or the divisor is less than 0, then the sign will be negative. Or else, if both of them are greater than 0, then the sign will be positive. How do we implement this? We do this in one line of code. Sign is equal to -1 if dividend less than 0, or divisor is less than 0. Else 1. So basically, the sign will be -1, sign will be negative if either of these two conditions satisfy, or else sign will be 1. Now once we have the sign out of the way, we can take the absolute value of the dividend and the divisor, since we need only the numeric values. So dividend equals absolute of dividend, divisor equals absolute of divisor. Now I'm going to initialize another variable q, that is to store the quotient. And we introduce a loop, while loop. Dividend is greater than or equal to divisor. Dividend is equal to divisor. I'll explain it. Quotient plus equals 1. So what happens here is, in each iteration of the while loop, it checks if the dividend is greater than or equal to the divisor. If this condition satisfies, it goes inside the loop. Inside the loop, it subtracts the divisor from the dividend and then increments the quotient. I will explain it with an example after finishing this code. Then you will gain more clarity. Then we return sign multiplied by quotient. So this is a function to divide two integers without using the division or the multiplication operator. Okay, let's solve this code for an example. Let's take the divisor. Dividend is 12, divisor -4. So it comes to line number 4. Sign will be -1 because divisor is less than 0. Sign will be -1. Then we take the absolute value of the dividend and the divisor So the dividend remains 12, the divisor gets changes to 4. And then the quotient is initiated to 0. So these are all the initial conditions before the program goes into the loop. In the first iteration, it checks if the dividend is greater than or equal to the divisor. So 12 is greater than 4. It goes into the loop. The divisor is subtracted from the dividend. The quotient gets incremented by 1. 12 minus 4 equals 8. The dividend is 8, the divisor is 4, and the quotient is 1. In the second iteration, it checks if the dividend is greater than or equal to the divisor. 8 is greater than or equal to 4. The condition is satisfied. It goes inside the loop. It subtracts the divisor from the dividend. So 8 minus 4 equals 4. Then increments the quotient by 1. Next iteration, it checks the dividend is equal to the divisor. So 4 equals 4. The condition satisfies. It comes inside the loop. Dividend is equal to 4 minus 4. That's 0. Divisor remains 4. Sign remains minus 1. Quotient gets incremented to 3. Now, the dividend is lesser than the divisor. Dividend is 0. Divisor is 4. It does not go into the loop because of that and comes out of the loop. So finally, it returns minus 1 multiplied by 3. The quotient when 12 is divided by minus 4 is minus 3. Thank you for watching.